Welcome to Extra Classes. Organic chemistry often scares NEET aspirants, but if approached the right way, it can become one of your highest scoring areas. In this video, let's break down what to study, how to prepare, and how to revise organic chemistry for NEET, based on NCERT and exam trends. So let's get started. First, start with the basics. Without strong fundamentals, memorizing reactions will never help. Focus on following. IUPAC nomenclature. Be confident in naming alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, halalkanes, aldehydes, ketones, acids, and amines. Many NEET questions test simple naming. Isomerism. Structural isomerism, tautomerism, and stereoisomerism. Pay special attention to optical isomerism and AZ geometrical isomers. Electronic effects. Inductive effect, resonance, hyperconjugation, electromeric effect, and mesomeric effect. These explain why reactions occur and are frequently tested in NEET through stability and acidity or basicity order questions. A classic NEET style question is: arrange CH3COOH, C2H5O, and phenol in order of acidity. If you understand resonance and inductive effects, you'll never get confused. Next, general organic chemistry is the heart of organic chemistry. Learn how to compare stability of carbocations, carbanions, and free radicals. Revise acidic and basic strength. Why aniline is less basic than ammonia, why phenol is more acidic than alcohol. Be clear on reaction intermediates. Carbocations, carbanions, free radicals, carbenes. NEET may ask, which is more stable? Benzyl carbocation or tertiary carbocation? The answer lies in resonance stabilization. Next, instead of rote learning, understand reaction mechanisms. Substitution reactions. SN1 and SN2, with their conditions, kinetics, and stereochemistry. Elimination reactions. A1 and A2. Electrophilic substitution in benzene, nitration, sulfonation, halogenation, and Friedel-Crafts reactions. Nucleophilic addition to carbonyl groups like aldehydes and ketones. NEET often twists mechanism-based questions, such as predicting the major product in a reaction. Take a look into these examples. Here is one specific example of a NEET question. And these are the steps to address this question. Here's another question, and a bit more tricky. And these are the steps to answer these questions. For more questions like these, including the previous year exam questions, log in to Extra Classes test series. You have close to 1200 plus questions on organic chemistry from different chapters, categorized into 3 difficulty levels. Join Extra Classes for free today. Prepare a 1-page list of all named reactions with equations and mechanisms. Some important ones include: aldol condensation. Claisen-Schmidt condensation is a type of aldol condensation. Here is the reaction and the steps to achieve a product. NEET may ask questions like, which type of condensation forms chalcones? Or, what reagent is used in Claisen-Schmidt condensation? Or, why does benzaldehyde not self-condense in this reaction? Cannizzaro reaction. It is a redox reaction shown by aldehydes without alpha hydrogens. In the presence of a strong base, concentrated NaOH or KOH, one molecule of the aldehyde gets oxidized to a carboxylate, and another gets reduced to an alcohol. Here's another example. NEET may ask questions like, which aldehydes undergo Cannizzaro reaction? Or, which products are formed when formaldehyde or benzaldehyde is treated with concentrated NaOH? Or, difference between aldol condensation and Cannizzaro reaction. There are 2 different, Kolb, reactions in organic chemistry. For NEET, Kolb's reaction, carboxylation of phenol, is the important one. When sodium phenoxide, which is the sodium salt of phenol, is heated with CO2 under pressure, followed by acidification, it gives a hydroxybenzoic acid. The OH group on the benzene ring is ortho, para-directing, so the product is salicylic acid, the main product, ortho, and a little para-hydroxybenzoic acid. Kolb's reaction is directly linked to the synthesis of salicylic acid, which is a precursor for aspirin. It is commonly asked in named reaction section of organic chemistry. The Reimer-Tiemann reaction is a method to form orthoformal derivatives of phenols. In this reaction, phenol reacts with chloroform in the presence of a strong base, NaOH, KOH, to give salicylaldehyde, which is O-hydroxybenzaldehyde as the main product. Here are your key points for NEET. One application-based question is, which flavoring agent is used in vanilla? The Sandmeyer reaction. In this reaction, an aromatic diazonium salt is treated with salts, like CuCl, CuBr, CuCN, to replace the diazonium group with a halogen, Cl, Br, or a cyano group, Cn. Here's an example. NEET may ask questions related to creation of substituted aromatic compounds. Wurtz reaction. The Wurtz reaction is used to prepare higher alkanes, by coupling two alkyl halides, in the presence of sodium metal in dry ether. Here's an example of Wurtz reaction. And, here's the relevance for NEET. The Gabriel phthalimide synthesis is a method to prepare primary amines, RNH2, using pH phthalimide as a starting material. It avoids formation of secondary or tertiary amines, which usually happen in aminolysis of alkyl halides. Very important in NEET for preparation of aliphatic primary amines. Here's an example around preparation of N-propylamine. NEET may ask, what type of amine is prepared? The answer is, only primary amines. Hofmann-bromamide degradation. The Hofmann-bromamide reaction is used to prepare primary amines, RNH2, from amides, RCONH2, when treated with bromine, Br2, an aqueous or alcoholic KOH, that is, strong base. The product has one less carbon atom than the original amide, and this is why it's called a degradation reaction. Here's an example. It helps identify homologous relationships, and often tested in name reaction section. Now, let's look at the chapters to focus on hydrocarbons, including alkanes, alkenes, alkynes. Mechanisms of addition, substitution, and polymerization. Haloalkanes and haloarenes with SN1, SN2, and elimination. Alcohols, phenols or ethers with acidity and reactions. Aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids with nucleophilic additions and distinguishing tests. Amines including basicity order, diazonium salt reactions. Biomolecules including proteins, carbohydrates and vitamins. Polymers, with examples and uses. And everyday life chemistry including drugs, detergents, and chemicals in food. NEET usually asks questions like conceptual questions on stability order, acidity or basicity. Reaction completion, to predict the product. Reagent-based questions, to identify the correct reagent. Conversions, for stepwise conversion from one compound to another. And IUPAC naming or isomerism. Here's a simple revision strategy. Make flashcards for named reactions and reagents. Keep a conversion map like alcohol to, aldehyde to, acid. Highlight NCERT in text examples, many are asked directly in NEET. Revise short chapters like biomolecules and polymers in between longer topics. Practice previous year questions and other questions on extra classes. Nearly 70 to 80% organic chemistry NEET questions are repeat concepts. Avoid these mistakes. Students often memorize reactions without understanding mechanisms. They ignore small but high weightage NCERT examples. They confuse between incomplete dominance and codominance in conceptual areas. And they forget exceptions in acidity or basicity order. To avoid this, revise regularly, practice NCERT exercises, and keep a separate notebook only for reagents and named reactions. For NEET, remember, organic chemistry is NCERT driven. Don't waste time on extra reference books. Focus on high-yield chapters like general organic chemistry, hydrocarbons, haloalkanes, alcohols, aldehydes, and amines. Dedicate short bursts of revision daily to organic, like 20 minutes daily is better than 2 hours once a week. Most importantly, solve all past 10 years NEET questions from organic chemistry on extra classes. They repeat heavily. With consistency, organic chemistry transforms from being a weak point into a scoring area. All the best for your NEET preparation. Join extra classes for free today. Use the promo code in the description.